The birth of a visionary, 1955 to 1967. On a crisp autumn day, October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington, a boy was born who would change the world. His name was William Henry Gates III, but everyone would one day know him simply as Bill Gates. Bill grew up in an upper-middle-class family. His father, William H. Gates Sr., was a prominent lawyer, and his mother, Mary Maxwell Gates, was a teacher and a businesswoman deeply involved in community service. The Gates household valued education, competition, and curiosity. Dinner table conversations often revolved around politics, business, and problem-solving. From an early age, Bill showed signs of brilliance. He was fiercely competitive, often engaging his family in board games like Monopoly and chess. And more often than not, he won. His mother encouraged his love for learning, while his father instilled in him the drive to win. In 1967, Bill's parents enrolled him in Lakeside School, an exclusive private preparatory school that emphasized academic excellence. This decision would prove life-changing. Lakeside had recently acquired an ASR 33 teletype terminal connected to a time-shared computer system. For young Bill, it was love at first sight. The first time he typed a command and saw the machine respond, he was hooked. He spent hours experimenting with the terminal, learning how it worked, and diving deep into programming. What started as curiosity soon turned into an obsession. The Boy and the Machine, 1968 to 1973. By 1968, Bill had formed a small group of like-minded friends, including Paul Allen, Rick Weiland, and Kent Evans, who shared his fascination with computers. Together, they spent countless hours writing code, exploring the machine's capabilities, and even finding creative ways to extend their limited computer time. Bill's first program was a simple tic-tac-toe game that allowed users to play against the computer. It might sound small now, but for a teenager in the late 1960s, this was groundbreaking. Bill's genius did not go unnoticed. The Computer Center Corporation, CCC, which provided computing services, noticed how Bill and his friends were spending so much time on their system, sometimes exploiting bugs to get free computing time. Instead of punishing them, CCC offered the boys a deal: help them find and fix bugs in their software in exchange for free computer access. This was Bill Gates's first job in technology, and it gave him hands-on experience far beyond what any classroom could offer. In 1970, Bill and Paul Allen launched their first small business venture, Traf-O-Data, a system that processed traffic data for cities. Though it wasn't a commercial success, the project gave the boys valuable lessons in programming, business operations, and entrepreneurship. Harvard and the Big Idea, 1973 to 1975. In 1973, Bill Gates graduated from Lakeside with honors and enrolled at Harvard University. Initially, he considered a career in law, like his father, but his heart wasn't in it. Instead, he spent most of his time in Harvard's computer labs, programming and exploring new technologies. It was during his sophomore year that Paul Allen showed him a copy of Popular Electronics magazine, which featured the Altair 8800, one of the first personal microcomputers. This was the moment that changed everything. Bill instantly saw the potential. Personal computing wasn't just a hobbyist dream anymore. It could be the future of technology. Within days, Bill and Paul contacted MITS, the company behind Altair, and claimed they had already developed a version of BASIC, a programming language, for the Altair, even though they hadn't yet written a single line of code for it. The two worked day and night, and within weeks, they created the BASIC interpreter that worked perfectly when they demonstrated it to MITS. Bill now faced a life-changing decision: stay at Harvard or leave to start a software company with Paul Allen. Bill chose the latter, dropping out of Harvard to pursue his dream. The birth of Microsoft, 1975 to 1980. In 1975, Microsoft was born. The name was a combination of microcomputer and software. Bill and Paul moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where MITS was headquartered, and started writing software full-time. Bill's vision was bold. He wanted software to be the driving force behind the personal computer revolution. But it wasn't easy. In the early days, Microsoft was just a small team working out of a tiny office. They faced issues like software piracy. Programmers and hobbyists freely copied Microsoft Basic without paying for it. Bill responded with his famous open letter to hobbyists, insisting that software developers deserve to be paid for their work. This letter set the tone for the future of the software industry. Microsoft's big breakthrough came in 1980, when IBM asked Bill Gates to provide an operating system for their upcoming personal computer. Instead of building one from scratch, Bill cleverly acquired an existing system called QDOS, Quick and Dirty Operating System, made improvements and licensed it to IBM under the name MS-DOS. This deal was brilliant. Instead of selling MS-DOS outright, Bill licensed it, allowing Microsoft to keep the rights and sell it to other manufacturers as well. This one decision laid the foundation for Microsoft's future dominance. The Windows Revolution, 1981 to 1995. With MS-DOS dominating the market, Microsoft continued to innovate. Bill believed that graphical user interfaces, GUIs, were the future. In 1985, Microsoft released Windows 1.0, a graphical layer on top of MS-DOS. The first version was not a massive success, but Bill remained persistent. Over the next few years, Windows evolved, and by the time Windows 3.0 and later Windows 95 were released, Microsoft had taken over the personal computing world. Windows 95 was a cultural phenomenon. Its release was celebrated worldwide, with lines outside stores and a media blitz unlike anything the software industry had ever seen. Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint became industry standards. Bill Gates' vision of a computer on every desk and in every home was becoming reality. By 1995, Bill Gates had become the richest man in the world, a title he would hold for many years. Challenges and controversies, 1996 to 2000. With great power came great scrutiny. In the late 1990s, Microsoft was accused of being a monopoly. The U.S. Department of Justice sued Microsoft in an antitrust case, accusing it of crushing competition by bundling Internet Explorer with Windows. Bill Gates, often seen as a fierce and competitive businessman, appeared combative during the trial. The case resulted in a ruling that Microsoft should be broken up, but after appeals, the company settled and avoided being split. This period was challenging for Bill personally and professionally, but also marked a turning point. He began to step back from Microsoft's day-to-day operations and started thinking about his life beyond software. The Philanthropist emerges, 2000 to 2010. In 2000, Bill Gates officially stepped down as Microsoft CEO, handing the reins to Steve Ballmer. Bill, along with his wife Melinda, shifted his focus toward philanthropy, establishing the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which would become one of the largest private charitable foundations in the world. The foundation took on massive global challenges, eradicating polio, combating malaria, providing vaccines for children in poor countries, and funding education initiatives. Bill believed that with great wealth comes great responsibility. He pledged to donate the majority of his fortune to charitable causes, a promise he later formalized with the Giving Pledge, encouraging other billionaires to do the same. Reinvention and legacy, 2011, present. In the 2010s, Bill Gates stepped down from Microsoft board to focus full-time on philanthropy. He became a global voice on issues like climate change, clean energy, and pandemic preparedness. Even after his 2021 divorce from Melinda French Gates, Bill remained committed to the foundation's mission. Today, Bill Gates is seen not just as the co-founder of Microsoft, but as a visionary philanthropist who has dedicated his life to solving humanity's biggest problems. The legacy of Bill Gates. Bill Gates' story is not just about wealth or technology. It's about vision, perseverance, and a belief that the world can be made better through innovation. From a curious boy tinkering with computers to a man reshaping global health and education, Bill Gates has proven that success is not just measured by what you build, but by how you give back. His life's mission continues: to leave the world healthier, smarter, and more prepared for the future. Want the full story? Check the link in the description and don't forget to subscribe to Amwaa Genius History for more amazing history tales.